Hello everyone, welcome back to another Art Time Labs. Today I am doing a pipe cleaner craft for kids activity, an easy craft activity you can do with your toddler or your big kid. And for this one, I'm going to be doing a finger puppet of a little birdie. So these are some of the items that you'll need. That includes scissors. Actually, scissors, I guess, is kind of optional, but for sure you'll need some pipe cleaners that you can pick up at your local craft store, or I picked mine up at the dollar store. I think it's around $2 for like 100, 200, 300. I picked up some white glue that is great to have around the house for other crafting activities, and then I have a Sharpie as well. But of course, you can use other markers, you can use Crayola markers. A lot of these art supplies, you can be really flexible because like you can be as creative as you want to be for some of these activities and crafts and like go into all the details, or you can make it as simple as you would like as well. So let's get started. For me, I want to make sure I start off with a clean white space. So make sure to clean off your table, make plenty of space so you can start crafting. So for today, I'm going to be doing a bird finger puppet. I think I will choose a color that I like. I have a piece of feather here that I think I'll try to incorporate, but of course that's completely optional and up to you. But I think I'll start off with this neon orange for the bird. You can use other colors you would like, and of course, like if the first time doesn't work out, you can always do this craft again and you can have like a whole family of birds by the end of this. So to start off, I start curling the pipe cleaner in a circular motion. Now I know you can't see me very well in camera right now, so let me just adjust the camera quickly so you can see how I'm doing it. So you can see I'm curling it around. At this step, you could use your finger because after all, it's a finger puppet. Alternatively, you could use a pencil or marker or something to use as a cylindrical item to kind of wrap around. Keep in mind that these pipe cleaners are usually quite flexible, so you don't have to worry too much if it's like not exactly the right diameter. You can always adjust it later on, and that's the beauty of using these pipe cleaners. So here I'm just using my pinky finger because I think it's the closest to my child's finger in terms of size. So I'm just wrapping it around and going from the top all the way to the bottom. So I'm finally done here, and you can see this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to add on a little bit of a feather because I'm doing a bird. This is kind of like an extra component. You don't have to. I just had some spare feathers around that was from another art project. You can pick these up at the dollar store as well. And I don't need a really big feather. Just cut off the tip or side of it, and I just stuck it on the top because I think that will be so cute for a finger puppet for a child, especially if it's a bird. If you like, you can choose to stick in a couple of different colors of feathers, different length as well. At this point, I'm going to work on the eyes for my finger puppet. I'm using some scrap white paper that I have lying around. I'm going to cut out 2 circles. If you would like, you can replace these with googly eyes that you can pick up at the dollar store or the craft store. But for me, I'm just trying out with some white paper here, and then I'll dot the inside with a black marker to mark the pupil. Now I'm done cutting out the two circular eyes. I'm going to grab some yellow paper here. This is actually just a used card envelope, and I just really love the yellow paper, so I decided to save it, and I'm just going to cut off the tip. I'm using this for the beak of the mouth for the little bird, but of course you can grab like a white piece of paper and just use highlighter if you don't have a yellow piece of paper, or you can use a different color as well. So I cut up a tiny triangle here for the bird's mouth. Next, I'll have to use some of my white glue that I picked up at my local dollar store. I just need a teensy little bit of glue, so I'm just using the tip of the lid, just dotting where I would like the glue to go, which is where the eyes will be and also where the beak is located. Now gently, I'm just pressing in the paper where the eyes would be and the beak would be. I would say my fingers are pretty big considering this is a very small finger puppet for a child. So I'm just being careful not to get glue everywhere. If you want to be very technical, I think you can use tweezers as well. But on the other hand, you can also pick up some googly eyes and do that and just glue it on and skip this whole process of trying to cut out tiny eyes for your finger puppet. Now gluing on the beak, see the triangle piece is very tiny, so just have to be very careful about it. But the great thing about doing these types of craft is that like the glue is not set right away, so you do have a little bit of time and leeway to maneuver where that construction paper sits on the pipe cleaner before it dries. Afterwards, I usually leave it to dry for at least like 5 minutes or so before touching it, or else like it gets a little bit messy, especially when you're using glue and then small paper parts. Here I'm just going to use a Sharpie, or you can get any black marker you like just to draw in the pupil for the eyes, or you can draw in the beak as well. You can add in a little bit of creativity at this time, and you can have like one large eye, one small eye, maybe like a sleepy eye, maybe one of the eyes are winking, so you can have a lot of fun with that. So here just gonna draw in the pupil for the eye, just dotting it in with my black marker. You can also use like color markers to have like purple eyes and one green eye, and like there's just so many ways to play around with this pipe cleaner finger puppet for this little birdie that we're doing here. Now I'm going to do a little slit for the mouth or the beak of the birdie. I think this is entirely optional if you would like to do this. If you leave it, I think it's completely fine as well. So here we have it. We have our pipe cleaner birdie with a little blue feather on top, and then the two eyes and it's just so cute, right? It's so easy to do, especially on a rainy day and you just want to do an easy craft, not like high budget or anything like that. You can just pick it a lot of these supplies up at your local art store or at the dollar store, and you can make so many of these. You can do like a whole family of birds, or you can do like a rabbit, which I have show you in my other YouTube video. You want to do a finger puppet of a rabbit as well, and I think it's just a great way for the kids to exert their creativity and have fun as a whole family. Just works for a lot of age ranges. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this video on making pipe cleaner finger puppets. This little birdie. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care and stay creative, everyone. Bye for now.